Now we know that businesses are under more pressure than ever to do their part in the world in which they operate. And NiB is bringing businesses together to collaborate, to fully focus on the topic of neurodiversity, for their benefit, for the benefit of neurodivergent employees, and also for the benefit of society as a whole.
We understand that it's not just a moral imperative to make the workplace feel safe and welcoming, but it's a vital part of building back the economy. So just as diversity of gender and ethnicity is vital for a flourishing and successful business, so in fact is neurodiversity, because our economy is built on the back of our talented labour market. It's time that we all embrace the positive aspects of neurodivergent thinking, the creativity, the innovation, the hands-on approaches, and of course the imagination. In my first year as Secretary of State at Bayes, I've given a lot of speeches in which I recommend the virtues of innovation. It is at the heart of our strategy to build back better, to get to net zero and to lead the fourth industrial revolution, the green industrial revolution. But you cannot innovate without diversity of thought, without the ability to think outside the box, as it were. Our country needs a mix of minds, and that's precisely why I wholeheartedly welcome this forum.
We need to start thinking about neurodiversity as everybody's business. It's about flattening that bell curve and opening the door to more people. We sometimes hear, and it really grinds me when I hear about people talk about the neurotypicals and the neurodivergents as if they are separate and divided. Actually, neurodiversity is all our brains. It's the way we think, move, act and process information. And it isn't nice and it's not neat and it's really messy. And that people come with strengths and they come with challenges. And it's those spiky profiles and differences in sometimes the things you can do and the things that stop you being your best is the biggest challenge. And you know, the news is true. There are 84 billion brain cells. They're connected in billions of different ways. So why do we have 10 categories or 12 categories? We've got millions of different ways in each one of us, what we do, how we respond and how we get the best out of ourselves. And that's why everyone's business is so important. We need to be thinking about neurodiversity in the widest way. It's not about a single solution, it's about understanding each one of us.
How can we change our systems to let more people participate? And a paradox has emerged for me, and that's one that I'd like to share with you. We keep talking about 15 to 20% of the population, and I think therefore it's more efficient to change our systems than to keep reacting one person at a time. The way it currently works is topsy-turvy, and I think it's time to flip the cost model of how we do neurodiversity. At the moment, everything starts with a diagnosis, and this is often the most expensive item on the menu of support. Good employers will pay for this service, but even with a seamless process, it can take weeks and sometimes months. And when following diagnosis, we often wind up with the same small adjustments, reducing those sensory distractions, providing dual screens, and fine-tuning performance strategies through specialist coaching. My research with hundreds of clients have often found that the thing that works best is very much things like flexible hours, the ability to choose their desk, ensuring that they take a lunch break, and these are free. So my challenge to workplaces is to make these things available to all employees, no matter their diagnosis. By offering flexibility and adjustments as standard, we can level the playing field for all, and we can conserve our resources for those who need it most. My research at the School of Organisational Psychology with my partner Professor McDowell is exploring ways we can enable human resource professionals and managers to be more confident at offering adjustments before people hit performance review and failure. In my coaching research, we found that the majority of our neurodivergent clients need help with memory, concentration, time, organisational skills, stress. Does this sound familiar to anyone in the room? But interestingly, this doesn't change with the diagnosis. It's the same profile, whether you're autistic, developmental language disorder, ADHD, whatever the issue, chronic illnesses, people who are going through the menopause, people who are in mental health distress. There are 1.3 billion disabled people worldwide, and these small, proactive changes, which cost very little, add up to productivity gains across the whole business. And this is a flip from the reactive model, where we don't start until people are already deep in distress.
Led by neurodivergent experts and advocates from across the business world, NiB will catalyse progress towards a neuro-inclusive world of work.